In this video, I just want to show you more relative to ACC levies. You've no doubt in the tea room, in the bar with your mates, you'd have all heard that conversation. I pay too much for ACC. How am I going to reduce my ACC levies? It cost me far too much. Well, I'm going to show you in this video. I'm going to cover off how we can do something about that. And I'm going to cover off the difference between ACC and private cover, what ACC actually covers, and what you need to be aware of in regards to ACC, and highlight a true story relative to making all this work. So let's have a look what ACC actually does cover for you. Well, ACC is an accident-based cover, and it covers you for accidents at work and weekends. It covers you for hospital costs. It also covers you for the physio costs, and is obviously everybody has to pay ACC, but it's a matter of how you structure that. And then, of course, you've got your private cover, which is relative to non-related accident issues. You might remember back a couple of years ago a true story of a shark attack out at Muriwai Beach, where a poor fellow was out swimming and got attacked by a shark, and, of course, got killed in the accident. What you may not be aware of, that because of this, the deceased wife will receive 60% of his pre-earned income on an ongoing basis, and each one of his children will receive 20% of that earned income through to the age of 18, or if they're having tertiary education, it will go through to age 21. So, there's a downside in what that you've got to be aware of as well, as explained in the previous slide. When you're dialing down your ACC cover, that you're not then going to be getting 60% of the 80%, which was the 100,000 multiplied by 80%, which is your ACC entitlement. If you're on Cover Plus Extra, it will be at 23,702. So that creates a downside, because ACC is based upon your assessed income, and the children will not receive 20% of the 23,702, rather 20% of the assessed income, which in this case would be 80%. So this is a consideration that we have to take into effect when we're putting the portfolio together. So what I want to do now, let's look at the numbers. We're just going to use a builder who is on $100,000, and he is going to pay $4,393 in Cover Plus. If we dial it down to the minimum of 23,702, that ACC cover under Cover Plus Extra will come to $1,941, saving him $2,452 per year. That all sounds good. But we've got to remember, if we go back to an earlier presentation that I did, only 4% of death in terminal illnesses in New Zealand in 2014 was caused by accident. The rest were caused by illnesses, and cancer being the leading contender with 43%, and illness 34%. So it's imperative in your portfolio that we structure a way where we can reduce your ACC cover, but we can complement it by putting together accident and illness cover. And I'm going to show you now how we can do that and how we can give you the value for money. So let's just compare the two scenarios. We went back earlier, the builder is on $100,000. That means his ACC entitlement pre-tax under Cover Plus is $80,000, of which he will pay $4,393 in ACC levies, and of course nothing for a major illness. Let's now look at that second scenario with Cover Plus Extra and using private cover as well. So we've dialed the ACC cover down to 23,702. The Cover Plus Extra will pay out the entitlement of 23,712 at a cost of $2,452. We'll now add in the private cover, which is going to cover 75% of the income of $100,000, paying through to age 65, and that's covering both accident and illness. So straight away we're bringing in the high ratio component of illness cover. Now the cost of doing that is $1,800 per annum. If we then add the Cover Plus Extra cover into it at $2,452, the total amount comes to $4,252 that John the Builder is going to pay, still giving him savings, but he's now got far, far superior cover because he's got the additional of illness cover. And we know that 80% virtually of deaths and terminal illness in New Zealand are relative to that of illness. So now we've got a portfolio that is going to cover both illness and accident. So thanks for taking the time to have a look at this. And now my contact details are in front of you, my mobile number, my email address, and it'd be great to have a chat with you. And thanks again for taking the time to have a look at how ACC Cover Plus and Cover Plus Extra works and what can work